Hello everybody and welcome to this another week of the What If Roundtable. The real what if is the friends we made along the way. I'm MarsicoX and joining me is the full squad. That be Sophie B.
Hello.
And Haverok.
Hello.
And before you say Red Dragon, the reason why there's no music, because last time I got a copyright claim on that and I never had that happen before. And it was like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to find new music. Oh, it's a shame. That one's been like around for like 3 years, but now they're suddenly being doo-doo heads and like now they're being claiming it. It's like, oh well. Anyway, yeah, indeed, Red Dragon. Let's get the likes up, people, and yeah, we'll play the sound for the music, ironically. But anyway, if you're new here to the channel, first of all, I'd like to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. And this is the What If Roundtable, where you can get your questions to us in general, as well as what if suggestions. And our moderators here are standing by to answer your questions. And if you do leave a super chat, we can see it and we can read it out for you, help support the channel. And you may end up, like with our What If Yamcha Destroyed the Universe, contributing towards one of the wackiest and zaniest what ifs we've ever done on the channel of What If Yamcha Destroyed the Universe. So,
yeah.
If you haven't watched it yet, watch it and give us your thoughts.
Do watch it.
Yes.
It's a fun ride.
Yes. Also, I hope you've all been watching Revelation F. That came out yesterday. Yeah, could do with a few more views on that. That'd be fantastic. And also, if you do like podcasts, we have just launched the Up on the Lookout channel. So if you go to marsico.cc/podcast, I'm going to type it in the chat. So you go there and you can subscribe and you can get the podcasts directly from there from now on. So they won't be on the main channel anymore. So you can go there and subscribe. You literally, all you have to do is just click twice and then you're there. So there you go. But we're on
I saw a good thing in the chat that we should probably have a moment of silence for the passing of Shunsuke Kikuchi, who did the music for Dragon Ball.
Yes, absolutely. So a moment, please, just for the life of Shunsuke Kikuchi. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. That's very much appreciated. So,
Thank you.
yes, typing F's in the chat as well. That is one way of saying expressing your silence. But
yes,
let's get things rolling. So Viper Phoenix Daughter is oh, by the way, Red Dragon wanted to say that the return of Great Needle came back again. The evil Great Needle last week when everyone was away. So the return of the evil Great Needle. Just, okay, Viper goes, you thought they were cancelled, but nope. Stay tuned for new episodes of Monkey and Slug and Ginyu Force Sentai Speedy Delivery Force coming soon. I can dig it.
Yep.
Omar Stokely, what if all Saiyans could control the Uzaru from birth? If they could, then that would pretty much mean that every single Saiyan would be ready and willing to be able to fight for the cause of the Saiyans. Even little Beats. Beats and Tarbell would be able to be giant monkeys, even though they may not be as strong.
And they would be battle ready after birth. Oh my gosh, like that would be scary.
Hey, Beats could turn, if there's a really big engineering job, he could turn Great Ape and actually, can you imagine a Great Ape with a giant wrench?
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I
hey,
mean,
why make ladders when you can just go
structures
ape?
than Mad Hats.
Oh, what, sorry?
They would have better structures than Mad Mats.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. Then we've got oh yes, so Viper Phoenix, and yes, I did get to check out your lyrics last week for the Daughter of the Sea. So I did make a note of that if we do get to do some more shanties and stuff. Okay. Gobi, what if the Soul Edge and Soul Calibur blades existed in the DB verse? From what I can remember, those that would have Trunks would have been very happy. Let's just say that.
Oh, but one sword is, good and the other is evil. So, who would be who would have the evil sword?
Ooh.
Who would have
Probably.
the evil
It'd be
sword?
cool
The
if
one
Goku
that-
Black had the evil sword and Trunks had the good sword.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. So, no, it would be
the
definitely
one
cool.
that Nightmare was using.
Yeah.
Been a while since I read some of that Soul Calibur lore.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I think? The idea behind like Soul Calibur and when it comes to like Soul Edge and stuff like that, right? Like if you were gonna take the evil sword Soul Edge, you'd have to give it to a cinnamon roll and watch it corrupt them. So
Goten.
I'd say the Goten would
Yeah.
have to get Soul Edge, and then you'd watch as he goes from sweet cinnamon roll Goten to Nightmare.
You are my brother, Goten. Now you have to be stopped.
Yeah, Viper Phoenix, just so you know, YouTube's being YouTube again, so I'm having to like correspond from 2 different lists. So according to my list, the ones that we did have read, those are the first 2 that you've sent. So I do have the rest of them that I know you've sent like 5 in there as well. So we are. It's just I have to look in one place for a certain amount, and then gotta go back to the main YouTube streaming thing. So it's annoying. Okay, Omar Stockley. What if all Saiyans could control the Ozar? Oh no, we've done that. Okay, we've done that. Cool. Next one is from Viper Phoenix. Angry Broly, evil grin. Hug. Ultimate Mama Gine. Hug. Mama Gine happy face hug. Broly screams in fear. Can you imagine? Oh man, buff Gine, like Super Saiyan Grade 2 Gine hug. Oh man. Oh my. That's a fierce hug. That's a fierce hug.
It's a hug enough to redeem original Broly. To take all of the psycho out of him.
She's gonna hug Broly so fierce that even the original Broly feels the love.
Yeah. Gobi coming in with the deep philosophical stuff. What if Goku was an absurdist? An absurdist is a person who is conflicted about compassion and the rationality of life. Basically, a bit anarchic, and who's to say that Goku isn't that? Because the way he acts in Super, my golly, that's good candidacy for an absurdist.
He would have philosophical debates with characters, and I can imagine him having like a very, like philosophical debate with Cell and everybody else except Gohan. Maybe would be like, eh?
Yeah.
Like they would throw, those long philosophical debates every punch.
Definitely. Brendan Little. In the spirit of how much does it cost to feed Goku, how about an R&R flavored sequel figuring out how much shampoo the Raditz family needs? Let's just... Oh man. Oh, burn. It's like Vegeta. Ha! Gonna need a censor for that one. Am I right, Raditz? Because you got lots of hair.
I mean, all 5 of them.
Oh man. Oh, jeez, because they all have long hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be really, really rough. Jeez. You'd need to have a hairdresser coming over to them every other week. At least one of them needs a haircut. And seriously, and Raditz's hair, geez, that requires a very heavy duty pair of scissors.
Yeah.
All right, Viper Phoenix. What if it was Vegeta Black instead, and Trunks and Buller developed a phobia of their father from it? I think we've done Vegeta Black at least once or twice on the channel, but if it were, it would be quite the sinister twist. It's like, oh, it's Vegeta turning evil again, but this time he actually follows through. But I suppose
the idea of like Vegeta being responsible for Bulma's death is also kind of like a really like interesting, sort of touch to the whole thing,
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, in a way, I thought Goku Black was a bit more engaging because for years everyone's talked about, oh, what if there was an evil Goku? And then it turns out they did do the evil Goku, and they did it pretty well. It was like, oh,
I don't know if I could count Goku Black as an evil Goku.
Yeah,
though. That's the problem.
Well, I think that's the best we're gonna get. That's the best we're gonna get in the main show. And I think honestly, if that was the only version of an evil Goku that we're gonna get, I'll take it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I just have different standards, because it's like, if you're gonna do evil Goku, you gotta follow through. It's not an evil Goku. I don't consider Goku Black Goku. In fact, I largely don't think of it as the Goku Black arc. I think of it as the Zamasu arc, because ultimately they're both Zamasu.
And Zamasu is much more interesting on his own than Black, in my opinion.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, Zamasu taking Goku's body, it's as if you would call you would call the arc where Goku got his body stolen by Ginyu, Goku arc. It's not, you know.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
that's true.
And then Goku Black, he doesn't have the same sense of style as Goku. He doesn't even have a Saiyan sense of style. He goes out of his way to make himself look more like a Kai, to hearken to the fact that he's Zamasu.
Yeah. To me, the moment when they could have turned that around, and they were some inklings of that, but I think I think they didn't want it to diverge that much from the script they got from Toriyama. Was the fact that we got those little inklings that there are some, you know, that Goku's body is influencing Zamasu,
and then of course Gobi pointed out, you know, at the end of the day, he'd end up turning into Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and he'd freaking deck you. You scouser Goku Black.
Yeah.
Hey Hab, next time we see Trev, we talk about Super Saiyan Scouser Goku Black. See how he does?
That is a conversation I have to see.
Yeah, Scouser Goku Black.
The best Goku Black meme.
You come anywhere near me, Vegeta, I'm gonna freaking nut you. You'll be done. You'll be done. Right round the back. You won't go round the back. I think you have a different interpretation by round the back. I don't like it.
Yeah. I wonder how Vegeta would sound with that accent, you know.
Oh God.
Oh man.
You're gonna have to practice.
I'm gonna have to think about that. Anyway, Viper Phoenix added again. I'm just gonna say it now because it hasn't been done yet. Good Boys Armor Squadron when? Well, they need to have a bit more of a personality before we'd even try that, because you barely see them. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, TFS did the best they could by just trying to add, like, you know, some kind of personality and all that stuff.
Yeah. And to me, even in serious scenarios, like, I cannot help myself when I write Soza, he's always French, because I'm sorry, it became his character. Where
it sort of did, yeah.
It sort of did.
Viper added again. Majin Gohan. Hey Vegeta. What? Majin Gohan pummeling Goku while holding him up with one arm. Thinking of you, Prince. Dark. As Goku would say, dark. And then R3 King. What if Cronoa cursed the farmer from your what if the farmer defeated Raditz timeline into a time loop until they defeated someone like Jiren or Moro? Think a time loop like ReZero repeating every time they pass. Try different origin points, maybe a month before Goku kills Gohan or the others and stuff like that. Oh man, oh god, the farmer defeated Raditz timeline. That was really dark. I'd have loved for that to have gone on a bit longer, but I needed to end it in 2 parts just because I wanted to like make it like, you know, Masako, that's not a happy ending. It's just, it had to be different because the farmer, if the farmer didn't, happened as intended, things would have really gone down and taken a bad turn for the worse. But in that case, if the farmer was like, you know, Cronoa would visit the farmer saying, you being alive. It's like, what do you mean? You mean little pink girl? I'd have to die for the sake of the universe? It's like, you know, it's like, just one thing before I go. Will my carrot patch be all right? Yes. Whatever carrots are. Well, good. Just let me as I know, because I know that my users, customers need their carrots. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, he would do his bit to save the universe. Okay. Yep. All right. Viper Phoenix added again. Goku, oh, come on, guys. Of course I knew Chi-Chi wasn't pregnant. I mean, how stupid do you think I am? I just did it because afterwards she made me homemade Cinnabons every day for a month. That was the deal. If I did that thing that she likes me doing, you know, she'd make Cinnabons for me every single month, and then I was a little bit certain that she was starting to hold some away from me because she got up really fat.
Oh, dear God, Goku.
It's like, Dad, no, that's not how it works. I know, son, I'm older than you, and with age comes wisdom.
Ha! As if you need to be 100 years old before you can be smart enough like your son.
I think that was a rhetorical question, Vegeta, and I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What is Vegeta even doing in their house?
Well, it's just
clearly...
like when Krillin goes, "Why'd you take off your shirt?"
It just randomly shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a little fight with Bulma. Can I sleep tonight at your place, guys?
Yeah.
I don't really want to go home.
Like, Chi-Chi, it's 3 a.m. Can't you shout about being inferior to Kakarot in your own house?
Bulma kicked me out.
Alright, Viper Phoenix again. Wait, Dad, that sounds like an awful like what you did with me and... Oh, no. Wait, Dad, this sounds an awful like what you did with me with Cell when I was 12. Goku. Yup, and that's how we got Majin Gohan. Oh, man. Jeez.
Oh, my God.
Alright. Podo. I thought of how Goku could be raised by the Red Ribbon Army without being experimented on as a kid. Jiro could get a scientific curiosity in what the peak natural potential of an adult-age member of his race is. Okay. I would have to say that Jiro's initial intentions are, like, he wants to vivisect and, like, run tests, but then Commander Go Red goes,
Wait a minute, Doctor! Think about the potential of him as a super soldier! If we're able to derive him and make more of him, we could have many soldiers! And also,
gosh.
He's relatively tall for his age. Do you think he could do it?
I have one condition, Commander. When he's adult, he needs to wear baggy pants.
Deal.
It will be most auspicious.
It is most auspicious that we are wearing baggy pants.
Can you imagine if the arrival of Goku, or any Saiyan for that matter, landed at Red Ribbon Army headquarters? Could you imagine if Jiro said, guess I'd better shift my research from robotics to cloning?
Yeah.
Oh, so many clones of Goku. Oh, man.
Bio Goku. It might end. It may as well, like the early ones, may as well end up as Bio Gokus.
Yeah. But...
Why did the computer set it to that accent?
Yes. Oh. And then Podo said to then experiment on them afterwards. So yeah, he was right on the money. Yeah, definitely. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. We're going to have a 10-minute warning, folks, for Roundtable, because I got to get on with doing some stuff in not too long from now. So we've got 10 minutes left for Super Chats, just so you know. Your 10-minute warning, folks. Pandawok. What if vacation... what if the vacation Earth Raditz... so what if vacation Earth Raditz...
Oh, thank you, Moshi, that Kakarot didn't mess the planet up. I want to try out those chili dogs.
Imagine... Raditz with a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah.
Yep.
With I love the planet Vegeta shirt, like in the classic traditional form. And I can imagine Raditz eating chili dogs.
Because I'm way past cool. Am I right, brother?
He's the embarrassing brother.
Imagine Hawaiian style shirt, but like instead of palm trees, there are those little radishes.
Yes, definitely. Oh man, if I could make custom Hawaiian shirts, I would just have them with radishes.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Yeah,
I'd buy one. Jeez, I'd wear it. I'd wear it. Heck, I would wear it. Omar Stockley, what if the best villain in GT met Granola? I think Baby. Both survivors from races long gone to the same race. I wondered how they'd react. Probably that Baby would just infect Granola, and like just like have a mutual understanding. Like, I can make you even stronger than your full potential. So you can have baby granola. And imagine the irony. Baby granola then becomes a great ape. The thing that destroyed his people, he then becomes himself.
You know what? Like, once Granola saga is over, I want to tackle Baby Granola. It's so tempting.
We might do that. We might look into that once the saga's
intriguing, to say the least.
Yeah.
Baby is probably one of the villains that I think could transfer over into a DBZ canon if done right. You know.
Yeah. No, certainly. Gobi. All I'm saying is, in regards to that Yamcha Frieza entendre you made in the Yamcha What If, is that I'd ship it. Ah, yes, Frieza deciding to go all the way with Yamcha. It was a double meaning and stuff like that, and I don't think I said stop it in that, so I think people...
You said stop it.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay.
You did.
I recorded it a month ago. I recorded it 6 weeks ago.
I know.
You've been pretty on the ball with your
I mean,
stuff, eh?
I mean, guys, about that shipping. If you like, think why Frieza keeps Yamcha on board in Revelation F.
Yeah,
it
that's
might
why
be
we
because
I
of his
thought that it was
muscles.
so that he could deal with people like Pui Pui.
Yeah, but it also might be because of his muscles. Think about it.
He did describe Yamcha as being suave in fighters.
Yep.
He did.
Yeah.
Omar Stockley. Oh, before I forget, remember the scenario where King Vegeta executed the old king of the planet? What if the old king's son was saved by another Saiyan, Turles maybe, and they became space pirates? I can imagine space pirate Saiyans, you know, rogue Saiyans wandering the stars for their own personal benefits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, I bet with you, you know, like, Broly movie has left an opening of some science being around, and I think they have, like, there are some more Saiyans or half Saiyans somewhere in DB universe, just not that prominent.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason that they changed it up the way that they did for Dragon Ball Super was so that, especially when you've got a character like Bardock who kind of remarks upon the suspicion, you know, the suspiciousness of every Saiyan being called back to Vegeta. The idea that there might have been Saiyans who, just because of their personality or whatever, just didn't bother to heed the summons. You know, there could be a number of Saiyans out there who didn't show up for one reason or another, and perhaps Frieza like utilized the Ginyu Force or something like that to kind of hunt them down a bit. But there's probably a handful left. It's kind of it's very similar in when it comes to like the whole Order 66 and the Jedi from Star Wars. You know, there's gonna be a handful that managed to slip under the radar.
Yeah.
Not many, but like I would imagine like some, you know, technical people like Beats and stuff.
Oh yeah, people like Beats, the low class stuff, the people who were like mechanics, that sort of thing. If there were anybody like on forward operating bases or scouting recon type teams and stuff like that who had cooks with them or any of the other like lesser folks, like even if Ginyu or Zarbon and Dodoria or other people showed up with scouters and stuff looking for Saiyan level power ratings and stuff like that, like the lower stuff, the people like Gine and Beats, they would probably go under the radar. And it would be interesting to see, like, you know, if somebody like that did show up and it turns out like, you know, they've been struggling for the past, it's what, 30 years now, 40 years since the destruction.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Podo. Since the player is a canonically existing entity in Undertale, I had an idea for what to do with that with my what if. Have them be a demon created by Deborah and implanted in Frisk's soul to create mayhem, like causing the genocide timeline. Ah yes, as we know from Deborah in the Cell Turn Good, he does cause havoc and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it's a good way of having Deborah in. Deborah versus Asgore. Jeez, that'd be cool.
Deborah versus Asgore. Wow.
That'd be pretty badass, you know?
I kind of wish that somebody would animate that fight.
Yeah, and admittedly, the Deborah dub voice from like the original, from the first Funimation dub is like, when I was like 16, I was like, oh my, that's a good voice. That's definitely a very nice, suave voice.
I just wanted to say it again. Deborah is cool and pretty underused.
It's cool. Yeah, he is very underused, definitely. Definitely. White Mage, I do see a thing about McLaren, and I think because Toriyama likes McLaren, that's why he races for that team. Simple as. He was Net and Senna fan, and Senna was driving for McLaren, and Shonen Jump sponsored the team. So, there you go.
Yep.
And that's why there is a McLaren car model in Ranch's bedroom. That's why. All right.
Yep.
NPC 218. Is Raditz ever gonna say, "Keep your eye on the birdie" in your what if when it's on air? Feels like it'd be a shame if he didn't. I'm gonna have it like he's gone twitching with Ranch and stuff like that. It's like, all right, Ranch, now don't forget, keep your eye on the birdie. Because it's right there. Look,
or you know, I also have a funny idea that there will be like this band of goons, minions, and one of them will be called Birdie. They will kidnap him in. Okay, keep an eye on Birdie.
Keep your eye on that birdie.
Yeah, on that Birdie guy.
Yeah, Panda Walk. What if VE Vegeta? I think Vegeta Empire Vegeta. Before we fight, let's eat first. I'm starving.
Me too. Vegeta, look! A Michelin star restaurant. This'll be great. Can you imagine, Vegeta? They'd have the hors d'oeuvres and the fancy little jazz music on the background. I can wear a bow tie. It'll be so fancy, Vegeta. Can you imagine it? I feel so upper class. I do have to admit, Nappa, the allure of fine dining does appeal to me.
It would be very much
with Nappa saying he could wear a bow tie. I'm just imagining him having black and white colored armor with a bow tie around his neck.
I look so fancy. It's a good thing that Frieza does believe in black tie battling. It's a good thing I packed it away with me.
Good thing I tucked away my battle tuxedo.
Can you imagine if I was wearing my regular armor in this place? Oh, it'd be embarrassing.
Vegeta, you know who totally wear his regular armor here? Raditz.
It's like, oh, yes, he would do that because he's uncouth. He's a low-class Saiyan.
You must have a power level of at least this high to qualify for a battle tuxedo.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. Smash Ultra. Who would win an eating contest? Scooby-Doo, Homer Simpson, Chowder, or Goku? Goku. Of course it's Goku. Absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, it's gotta be Goku.
Yeah, definitely. Smash Ultra again. So where did the name Goku come from? Is it from the main ninth or son Wukong? And is Wukong a food pun for Wufan? Not sure about that last one, but Goku is definitely based on Wukong. Because monkey. Yeah. It's monkey. Literally, you know, Goku's based off monkey, Gohan is based off rice. And there you go. Timothy Ron, what if Goku got or inherited future vision? Oh man, if he did that, you know, he just had this bout like, Gohan, I can see the future! And it's like,
oh no.
Maybe he does, maybe that's why he's so risky, because he knows that everything is gonna be alright.
Yes, definitely. And, wait. Red Dragon, you would say Hinata would win an eating contest? What? What? Oh, where'd you get? Where's Hinata's good at eating contests? What? Hey,
she paces herself.
I don't get it. What's the context? Like, is she a competitive eater or something?
I have no idea what this joke is. But she's able to out eat Naruto apparently.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow, oh my. Jeez.
The joke is probably that Naruto likes to pack it in real quick and Hinata paces herself because she's got
Oh wow,
manners.
Okay, you know. Hey, I guess, hey, who knew that Hinata was in the feederism community? Oh well, I had no idea. It's just like, oh, damn.
Future is now, old man.
The jokes in Naruto are bridged. Oh, missed opportunity. 10-year-old joke there. Damn. Okay. Okay. NPC21. By the way, I've completely forgot sidetracked. Super chats are now closed. Thank you very much for your contributions, everybody. We're gonna get through everybody and see where we get.
I'm sorry, I just have a vision of future Masako traveling to the past and warning the past Masako. You need to make that joke.
Like,
trust me, it's gonna be hilarious.
Also, beware of LK's Naruto spoof show. Wait, LK will spoof us? I have to go now. Just left with a mystery. Hey, I mean, I love the Naruto spoof comedy super show. I was in it as Tazuna. That was like,
you know, the drunk old man who designed that bridge.
You know, that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, NPC 218. What if Chaozu was like Shago, an overpowered psychic from Mob Psycho 100? I need to watch that. I need to watch that show more.
Mob Psycho 100 is fantastic. If you have not watched it, watch it because, oh my gosh,
I think it's
so
on Netflix. I think one of my friends voices a character in that. I can't remember the name, but anyway, that's besides the point. But Netflix. I think it's on Netflix in the UK, so I might catch that up when I got some time. Unfortunately, a YouTuber's work is never done. Dark Snake X5. Queen Beryl Freezer. Oh, yes! Oh, yes, Sophie. You remember the whole Sailor Moon, like, Goku stuff from last week?
Oh, gosh.
I'll have, association with Sailor Moon. We have Freezer as Queen Beryl. Time to say goodbye, Sailor Goku! Tuxedo Mask Chi-Chi. Sailor Goku, look out! Gets hit by blast. Ah! Sailor Goku. Tuxedo Mask! Mask falls off. Chi-Chi, you were Tuxedo Mask all along? Chi-Chi with a rose, which is, the petals falling off.
Oh, gosh.
The symbolism.
I'm kind of at a loss for how well Frieza suits Queen Beryl's role.
Yes, and seriously, and Zarbon as Nephrite.
Nephrite.
Yes, Lord Frieza, may I be excused to try Molly's chocolate parfait? I hear it's divine.
So the question then is, which one is Zoisite?
Oh, Zoisite. Oh, Zoisite. 18, probably 18. 18.
Which is that works out surprisingly well on account of the fact that as a twin, the ambiguity of their gender becomes an issue
Jedi,
because Zoisite was
Jedi
a
is
man.
17. 17 is Jedi. Yes. Yeah. Malachite Android 13. Yes. Anyway.
We need artwork.
Pandawok 301. What if Cell Turned Good Fighters Edition? Perfect 21.
Look, kids, meet your new auntie.
Girl 21. Hi, I brought snacks from my new family. Miter and Condra. Yay! That'd be so sweet. Good 21. Like good Android 21 with perfect 21.
By the way, I think you guys might be a bit excited because after TOP, Good Boy 21 is getting his own little mini arc that's original.
Yeah, it ain't Broly.
Yeah, because we figured out he won't be having that much things to do in Broly, so we decided to give him something special.
Yeah, exactly. Timothy Ron, what if 1718 had been spat out by Cell? He would have gone back to imperfect form and Vegeta, and I think Gohan would have just, like, eviscerated imperfect Cell. Like, semi-perfect Cell was being battered around like crazy. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, Malik Torahane is in the chat. He is the artist that does our What If thumbnails, so say hello to Malik. So, he is in the chat, so hello. Super Michael 98. If Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks were sent to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, who would win? It'd be Goten. It'd be Goten, of course. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, because he's the most precious one out of all of them. So it'd be Goten. Podo. What if Future Pan was born after Future Gohan's passing? Like, say, if both Gohan and Videl were heavily involved in Trunks' life. How would he react to Pan? Personal responsibility, I think. You know?
Yep.
He would try and raise Pan as best he could with his mother. Like, with Bulma.
Yep.
Like, almost like a big brother figure as best as he can.
Yeah.
I think that would be that'd be interesting. That would be pretty interesting.
It's something that we want to do, but like it's something that we would like to do in addition to a certain what if, you know, like this is one of these ideas that's great, but like it's too, you know, it's too good to give it in a lightning round, but too small to dedicate a full series on it.
Yes, and Gobi does say I'd give Goten too much credit. Well, somebody's got to. Somebody's got to.
Yeah.
And
somebody's got to give Goten some credit.
Yeah, definitely. He needs it. Gobi.
Go ahead.
Gobi. What if Namco inserts Klonoa into the next DB game as an unlockable character with side stories for fun? Oh, Klonoa dressed up as the Supreme Kai of Time, Klonoa.
The Yokes.
Like Klonoa, there's an unlockable skin. You get to be Klonoa. There you go.
That could have just been them utilizing a different romanization for Klonoa, and they still just meant Klonoa.
I know, but hey, like, unlockable skin. NPC 218. What if Gohan met his orphan buddies from the Saiyan Saga filler at Orange Star High? Hey, he'd be happy to see them. And like, say they managed to get out okay and stuff like that. Yeah, no, Gobi, I'm very much aware of, you know, Klonoa and Klonoa. I'm
familiar with the characters.
Yes, we are familiar with Klonoa. We are very.
It is a very.
Yeah.
It is an odd choice of crossover.
It was a yoke.
No, it was a yoke.
We are just silly.
It was a yoke. Gobi was telling Sophie.
Oh, I'm aware of what Klonoa is. Yeah. I've played video games.
Once. Okay.
I played them games of video.
Yes, I played them once. Now
I remember the PlayStation era. Thank you very much.
The PlayStations. I remember those interactive visual media.
Alright. Dark Snake X5. Hey Masako, in a what if Chi-Chi and Bulma roles were switched with their husband during the Saiyan Princess? Oh no, Saiyan Princess Bulma was to test out a new suit that she was working on to increase her power against Frieza and Chi-Chi. Okay. Yep, no, that's about right. Yeah, Princess Bulma. I definitely like the idea of Princess Bulma. You know, Bulma, Princess of all Saiyans. It very much fits. That would be so cool to see. Maybe we will, once we get finish some of the classic what ifs, we will certainly be able to like do some more bold ones, definitely. So we'll bear that in mind, Dark Snake. Smash Ultra. What if Jack and Daxter are inspired by DBZ because Jack looks like Super Saiyan Goku? Probably, because at that time, so many things were inspired by DragonBallZ. So who's to say that there might be like some nice little discrete stuff, as it were.
I mean, a lot of you know, games have that spiky hair as a little nod.
Yeah. Dark Snake X5. In Revelation F, what if the ship gets tired of Frieza not addressing it as a person, then goes crazy and does crazy things on the ship? Well, I mean, the computer definitely does do crazy things, and you will see that happen later on in the season. And this season, we will find out her name. She will get her name. But I'm not telling you when. I'm not telling you when, but we will find she will get her name. And I think it's very fitting for the ship. Smash Ultra. What if Darth Sephiroth fights Goku? Edgy.
Darth
Sephiroth. Yes, you heard right.
Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, I'll use the sound.
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
There we go. I would say probably it'd be that case of like Goku out chirping him, and basically Darth Sephiroth just dies from the sheer idiocy. Because if Frieza could not handle that, Darth Sephiroth definitely not. So.
And Goku would be like, you know, mixing Sephiroth's team with Imperial March. Dam 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 da dam dam da dam. Sephiroth. What are we doing? It's your theme, right?
Now I'm curious. What an Imperial March and One Winged Angel mashup.
I'm pretty sure it exists.
It's probably
one of
I'm
the
gonna
things.
I'm gonna have to search for it.
One of the things that works mind-boggling, like mind-bogglingly well is One Wing Angel mixed with Donkey Kong rap.
Oh yeah, you can mix anything with that, really.
One Wing Kong.
Oh.
If you haven't heard it, make yourself.
Gobi. What if Gohan had to kiss 50 different people regardless of gender before he can win Vidal's heart, like in Tulip? I imagine probably Vidal would be like, you know, it's part of the ritual and stuff. But I imagine Gohan probably would like say, there was no romantic thing whatsoever. I just had to do it to make sure I could win your heart. It would definitely be very wholesome.
Aww.
Toxin, oh, yeah. This is the thing. One-winged Con. I'll play it briefly.
One-winged Kong, I have heard.
Yeah, here we go. Yes.
I can't.
There we go. That's enough. 20 seconds is enough.
Yeah. Onky Kong.
Yeah. Okay. Toxin Lizard. What if Goku had a stand? I think we've done this. We've done this before, and it would be enter, come, food the glorious food from Oliver Twist. It'd be called Food Glorious Food.
Food glorious food.
And seriously, it's like glorious food. You know, because every time Bruno Bucciarati goes sticky fingers, and that'd give me life every time. Every time he would say it in the Japanese dub, sticky fingers. Love it, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, and you know, and I love how in the dub in Crunchyroll, because they can't say golden experience, they say golden wind. Yeah, golden experience. Yeah, it's that's a very interesting way of saying wind. It's a very interesting way. Yeah, and of course, Little Bomber is Aerosmith. You know that totally. And then I'm just, oh god, man, I'm now reminded of a little Part 5 animation. It's hello, my name is Ranchar. I am not a girl. I do funny dance. Hi, my name is Mister. My stand is Gane. I must feed Gane. Just like, I love little things like stuff. Like, sorry, I've got distracted by JoJo. Sorry about that.
JoJo.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
okay. Dark Snake comes in with a $50 super chat. I know that it was past the cutoff point, but I will do it because, yeah. Narrator. DBZ High School Part 4. Welcome as we explore Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo High School. Follow Counselor Bobbidi as he brainwashes students with help from Vice Principal Deborah in order to control the Boo trio, Fat Boo, Super Boo, and Kid Boo. And the prom's tomorrow!
Oh, God.
Hey, Red Dragon, don't worry, it's worth it. I like doing narration stuff. It's great.
Also, everything gets funnier when you add "and the proms tomorrow."
Yeah.
Exactly. And the proms tomorrow is the best little add-on to the end of it.
And the proms tomorrow.
The galaxy is getting destroyed. This is the last day on Earth, and the proms tomorrow.
And I don't understand why I'm suddenly sounding like a band member from Limousine.
He's Goku, the terrible boyfriend.
It's like,
and don't forget the special music by Limousine.
It's like, sorry. I like me Homestar Runner. Gaming Wolf. What if Roshi and Fanfan got married? Well, basically, what if Fanfan survived the rampage of King Piccolo? Well, I think if Roshi did marry Fanfan, I think probably he would have settled down, actually became less depraved and stuff like that. He'd be a bit sleazy, but I think Fanfan would be able to keep him in check. And I think he'd be a little bit more down to earth, almost. Probably a bit more like Grandpa Gohan, almost. You know, because he's got the love of a good woman or a good partner. Sergeant 2X41. What if the Cole family was always good? Would the Dragon Ball story even still happen? Probably. Yeah, because if Cold was just a tough but fair ruler, and there were Saiyan contingents that did, you know, got rowdy, King Cold would have to make the choice to blow up the planet because he could not let these people get in the way because they are more of a liability. They could destroy the universe.
Saiyan evil. Yeah, you can make Saiyan. You can make it, like one of those DC universes, opposite universes with evil Justice League, which is something that coincidentally I think we want to do one day.
One day.
It would be interesting. You'd have to have enough time and a big enough script and stuff like that to really do something like that justice, because it would have to be kind of like an epic,
Yeah, right now the epic what if we are going for is -1, so and of course Revelation F. This is like
the Dragon Ball -1 one. I need to definitely at least change. They need to be done in epic locations. I can't just film those in my office.
Yep.
Those require special. That requires a special location. Otherwise, it wouldn't be special.
And they also take longer to write. Like
this
isn't our usual.
Yes, they definitely do. All right, Pandawok. What if evil Yamcha alternate ending? He invades our reality. Masako, look out! He's in your room. Where? Yeah.
And that's all for today, folks. Thank you.
And that's the end of the channel.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So next week, stay tuned for videos and streams from Sophie and Haverok.
Thanks for helping Masako reach 500,000 subscribers.
Now I have to die.
Hard to go out on.
Now I have to die.
Yeah.
And now I am the dead. Blech.
I must go. My planet needs me. Masako X died on the way back to his home planet.
All right. I'll back all the old LK thing of kill Masako.
What?
Yeah, classic meme. Kill Masako.
I don't remember that meme. I was just doing.
It's a convention. It's a convention little story. You have to be there.
I see.
I'll tell you about it one day. All right, Kirby163. Asked before, but wanted Haven's Soph's thoughts. What if Trunks was the surprise villain of the Android arc, revealed as a future tyrant who came back to destroy Dr. Gero, who was a good guy? Thoughts, you two?
Repeat the question, please.
What if Trunks was the surprise villain of the Android arc, revealed as a future tyrant who came back to destroy Gero, who was a good guy?
I won't comment that.
Oh, does that mean that you got something in the pipeline, Have?
Maybe one of the what ifs has, some sort of similar premise, but I don't want to say. It was so exciting that it made Sophie drop and return.
Very sorry.
When the Sophie is sauce.
So I'm sorry, guys. I won't. I need to wipe your memory. You haven't heard it from me.
Give me the question one more time.
There wasn't any question, Soph. There wasn't any question. You forgot that you heard anything.
Okay, one last time, Soph.
I apologize.
No, it's all right. What if Trunks was the surprise villain of the Android arc, revealed as a future tyrant who came back to destroy Gero, who was a good guy?
Oh dear. So we're doing the Terminator Genesis thing now? Is that what we're doing?
I guess if we
instead of being the John Connor or the Kyle Reese, now he's the Terminator. Okay, well, I mean, I could see myself enjoying the idea of a villainous Trunks. It would be a tough balancing act, though. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I'll say on the matter for now.
Okay, well, we'll definitely have interesting things coming up in What Ifs, so do be sure. Okay, Graham, what if Gogeta's fusion was for some reason permanent after the Broly movie? I guess just more hijinks and stuff like that. Because we had that with Vegito. I think just Gogeta, similar thing, really. Like I did with the What If. John Cordua. Because, I mean, honestly, Gogeta and Vegeta are the same now. Just the same personality, just different fusion. Really, unfortunately. John Cordua. Have you ever thought of doing What Ifs for other shows or franchises, like Gundam or Halo? No, because I don't know enough about other series to be able to make what ifs and stuff. I'd rather be confident about that before I go in ahead and do it. That's why. Craig Twitchell, April Fool's what if? What if Jiro was a magical technology scientist and a sorcerer from the beginning? Have an excuse to put more magic in the series. Hey, you know, I'd be definitely okay with more magic in the series. You know, a little bit of a twist there. You know,
it would be funny in a scenario when we change all the villains and their specialities, because here's the kicker: it's sometimes easier to add a new villain than than to change the speciality of already existing ones, or you change all of them and make a new wacky world. You know?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Wild Wolf Gaming, would much change if any happened if Frieza exploded Gohan instead of Krillin?
No Mecha Frieza.
No Mecha Frieza. No, no, Goku would have just not given Frieza any chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Frieza. I'm not entirely certain that Goku would guaranteed kill him, but I kind of addressed this in my what if Krillin had a power up what if, because Gohan he bites the dust in that instead of Krillin. The ultimate thing there is that I think the problem would be less about Goku killing Frieza and more just that dying at that early stage of his life would leave Gohan traumatized. Yeah, there's some other things that kind of tie into that when it comes to that. I think it would be less about Goku in that regard, because Goku loves Gohan and he loves Krillin. We know that Goku has a very, very, very huge soft spot for Krillin in his art. So I don't think his reaction to Gohan's death would have been that much more extreme than Krillin's death. But I think it would have had a much bigger negative impact on Gohan's mentality to have been killed.
Yeah. Benjamin 2000. What if instead of getting just future sight, Bardock also got other psychic abilities like telekinetic manipulation? Oh, that probably would be quite useful in the fact that he could just like use telekinesis to change the direction of Frieza's hand. Like, you know, just manipulate Frieza's hand, so that means instead of he couldn't flick the death ball down to the planet. Like, I can't move my finger. And then his hand slowly turns around towards him and then goes down. He gets the death ball in the face. What a twist. That's all I'll say. Like, he'll have no idea what's going on. Logan Osloniski. What if 17 and 18 never turned good and kept up training? They could also release Android 13, 14, 15. Probably just similar to what happened in the history of Trunks, only just a bit with extra androids. So I'd have to play the sound.
I'm sorry, that's...
No, wrong sound. There we go. So pretty much history of Trunks, only with extra trucker hat. Game Boy 98. What if Vegeta's "Your Number One" speech to Goku made him realize no matter how much he trains, he can't keep up with Goku, thus quitting training and decides to live a life of luxury? Well, we sort of got that in movie 9, where, you know, Vegeta's not participating in anything and watching TV.
Not worth watching.
Not worth watching. Like, in those 7 years, he really barely did any training. So, sort of, that's what he was doing. CLW. What if the DB movies were their own universe? I did do a video about that. What if the Dragon Ball Z movies were canon? That's an old one. That's only 5 years old. So if you check out that video, very old video, that should answer your question, CLW. Alphadillo Gonaticus. Love the finale to the Yamcha What If. Tried to think of something silly off the top of my head. What if Salza turned good after the end of Cooler? Hey, he would have become a successful maitre d' at the Capsule Corp office canteen. You know, he become the sommelier because the joke, he's French. That's the joke.
That's the entire joke.
That's the whole joke.
That is the joke. I have to have something to do with French wine.
And I will build the Napoleon Museum and the cinema showing movies starring James Reno. Oh, I'm French.
Oh, Alex Bubble. What if Dr. Giro turned good during OG Dragon Ball? I'd love to see how a reformed Red Ribbon Army would work in modern DBZ and how the Cell Saga would change. Oh, the Red Ribbon Army wouldn't exist. Capsule Corp would have just bought them out with a hostile takeover. Seriously, because Red Ribbon Army was struggling back then. Capsule Corp would have just bought them out, and Commander Red would have just been on the board, and nobody would have talked to him. So they would have been made into a division of Capsule Corp, pretty much. So unfortunately, yeah, I mean, Giro would have been on there, but, you know, Red Ribbon Army wouldn't have been independent. Because remember, Capsule Corp is a business. So, yeah. Craig Twitchell. What if Guinea Black, or Ranch Black, or Cell Black? They'd all wear interesting gi. They would all like tea. And, yeah, they would definitely become very interested in the Zero Mortal plan. Just extra darkness. Will Mo, thank you very much for becoming a super member. Thank you very much, buddy. If you become a super member, you can get access to Revelation F 2 days in front of anyone else, as well as extra content. So do consider becoming a member, people. Okay. Saint Fisto. What if the Ginyu Force were a cover band? Well, we sort of covered that in Ginyu Force Turned Good. They actually do a little bit of dance choreography. But if they were, can you imagine that Goldo is actually the lead singer? Goldo's the lead singer out of all of them. Like, Ginyu and Rikuma are on bass, and Bert is on the drums because he's very fast, and lead guitar is Jace. You know? So, definitely.
I almost feel like that they would make Jace the face of the band just because he's the pretty one.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's
Jace the Face. He would be called Jace the Face.
Jace the Face, yes. Game Boy 98. What if Gohan was the one to travel into the present instead of Trunks? How much impact would the Android Saga have? Probably he would have had a bit more of an emotional experience seeing Piccolo again. Yeah. And we do cover that a couple of times when there's a future Gohan in our What Ifs. We usually have that moment. I think Gohan would be a bit more emotionally invested.
Yeah. Like again, one of the most fun things you can do is to basically like Namek Saga is fun because you can change a lot of stuff in there, and it doesn't affect the like the key points. So you have a lot of movement points there. So you can change characters relatively easily without going to, oh, this needs to happen because no story.
Yeah. That is definitely true. Next one. Zeto V. What if Broly and Kale were in the other's universe? If Broly and Kale were, there would be a bit of overlap there.
Yeah.
And pretty much just you would have had two Berserker Saiyans and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that contrary to popular belief, they wouldn't be a couple.
No,
they would be, but they could become besties because they are too similar to each other. And
yes, friends through adversity almost. You know,
common interest,
but they kindred spirits.
Yeah, they would be. I think they would be besties.
Yeah, they'd be good friends, definitely. Gobi, on behalf of Zaful, what if Vegeta had Survivor's Guild? He would certainly be a bit more redeemable, and over time, he sort of does get that, actually. Like, he does over time, in Dragon Ball Super especially, he is very much, like, aware of what his past was like, and, aware of the Saiyans' flaws and stuff, so, yeah. In the Granola Saga especially, he's very much aware of the Saiyans' flaws, so...
They are finally addressing, all that bad stuff that hasn't been resolved, especially... Like, what I really like about the Moro Saga is, yeah, like, all those Namekians were revived, except that one tribe that you killed.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It really brings home that. Alright, Taimino. What if Goku had to remain in Ginyu's body? Well, we sort of saw that because they were like, Gohan thought about, like, what would Ginyu's body look like in his dad's gi and stuff like that. It'd be a very awkward adjustment, and Chi-Chi would certainly not be having kids with that thing. You know?
Yeah, and I don't think Goku would be as strong.
No, he wouldn't be as strong.
Can you imagine Half Ginyu Goten?
Oh man.
I don't think Goten's getting conceived. With
No, I don't think
Goku's
Goku. I don't think the Ginyu Goku would have the equipment.
Even if he had the equipment, I don't think Chi-Chi would be would be eager to make a baby with Ginyu Goku.
Exactly. Austin Lee, what would happen if during the Android saga Dr. Gero turned good? Well, if he did and he managed to survive, he would probably be able to find a way to work with Bulma to make the remote to turn them off, and probably would have succeeded in turning them off. Probably would have actually saved the day. You know, despite making those creations in the first place, he'd be the one to be able to turn them off. Just as long as he didn't do any grandstanding and did it in the shadows, he'd be fine. Gaming Wolf, what if Goku landed on Kami's lookout? If he did land on Kami's lookout, Kami wouldn't have looked after the baby, but he would have certainly put them in the care of a loving family. He would have been able to, sorry, Have just did a joke of like, oh baby, Captain, Ginyu Goku would have certainly used his milky cannon on Chi-Chi.
No! Don't
This is not
it out
how I
loud.
did it.
Have, go to horny jail.
No, guys, it isn't like that. I just sent an article from DB Wiki with Milky Cannon and just said,
Sophie
I'm sorry,
joined
it's
the
a
dots.
horrible joke.
Sophie joined the dots. So no, Sophie, you go to horny jail.
Mean.
Cause
I don't go to horny jail.
Joking, don't worry about it.
I don't go to horny jail. Haverok literally said, I'm sorry, I know this is a horrible joke, and posted Ginyu's Milky Cannon when we were in the middle of talking about Chi-Chi and Ginyu having relations with each other. How else is someone supposed
It's alright,
to
it's okay, don't worry. It's kidding. Oh. Alright. If Gaming Wolf, what if Goku landed on Kami's lookout? Kami would have probably put him into the care of a loving family he would have been able to observe from up high. Because that's what he's good at. Watching. Game Boy 98. What if Dr. Gero created Ultron? How different would the Android saga be? Oh, I don't know. Perfect Cell would have talked about strings a lot. I've got no strings to hold me down. Yes, a lot of more grandstanding and stuff like that.
Yep.
I think Ultron is much more like Metal Cooler, really. That would have been more interesting.
I mean, he has some of the Cell vibes, like the less is said about Joss Whedon these days is good, but to be quite honest, I always like James Spader's Ultron, and
there's nothing wrong with talking about the movies.
No, and I wanted to say, and he gave me perfect Cell vibes.
He did.
So I don't think it would be that different, really. Like, he would be just more hating of his creator, because we really, there are those little inklings that Cell actually had some respect for Gero, but, we never got this because they don't really interact.
No.
Yeah.
Which has always been interesting.
Well, they do now in the latest Ginyu Good part. Mustachioed
Oh, yeah.
Cell.
Yeah.
That was a nice little twist.
Yeah.
Alright, Zeto V. What if Vegeta went with Nappa's idea to raise an army of human Saiyan hybrids? He probably would still look at them as even less than low-class Saiyans, but he would certainly see the merit in their potential. But he would still look down on them because they're not pure Saiyan. But he'd have an army, so there you go. Toxin Lizard. What if Trunks got a Blue Lantern ring?
Oh my gosh. Sophie, do you remember what the blue ones did?
Blue light is the light of hope, I think, right?
Yeah.
So this is Trunks with the blue lantern power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just extra hope.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Extra big sword made of energy, even bigger than the spirit sword.
Yeah, and instead of the word hope on the time machine, it would have been the mark of the blue.
But because we know, Trunks likes hope. This boy has no imagination, because come on, future Trunks isn't a person that you can say it isn't his fault. It's how he was raised, but I don't think he has a very deep imagination. So swords everywhere.
Probably.
Gobi,
season
I
eight.
do get the joke because of the hope that was written on the time machine. I get it.
Yeah.
I
We
get
get
it.
it. We
Just-
get
We
it.
get
We
it.
get it.
We get it. We get it, Gobi. We get your joke.
All right, Craig Twitchell.
You
What
yokester.
if him from Powerpuff Girls fused with the sun from Teletubbies?
Oh no,
Hmm.
guys! I left the baby in a washing machine. I need to go.
No, I find it really. I find myself really old that the baby who was the baby in Teletubbies has now had a kid of her own.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh
old I
my
feel.
god.
The
I
baby
am
from
so
Teletubby has had a
old.
baby herself, and it's like, oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Is she a little son as well?
I don't know. But I love my favorite anecdote about the Teletubbies is that people always went to visit the place where it was filmed. That the landowner, out of spite, flooded the area so no one could go. It's now a lake.
Yeah.
They basically just to put
Wow.
people off. Yeah, just
Wow.
flooded the area where they filmed it.
Wow.
What a jerk!
Yeah, what a jerk. I mean, shoot, you could have done so many other things. If it was private property, you know, fence it off and set up a ticket booth or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
old.
you'd
cultures and stuff.
rather turn it into a swamp.
Do you know, Gobi, there's actually a spin-off where there are even younger Teletubbies. I can't remember, like Tiny Tubbies or something like that. I only did that because I got bored on Wiki one day and I was like, why is this even a thing?
I don't know. I want Snyder Cut Teletubbies now.
Yeah. Okay. Carnix. What if Zarbon and Dodoria turned good? Well, if they turned good and they were able to get away from the Freezer Force, I do want to end up doing that as a one-shot one these days
Yeah.
because I think it could
Yeah.
make for a fun space adventure. Good cop
Yeah.
versus bad cop.
Yeah.
But watch this space, Carnix, and we'll make a note of it.
Yeah, I already did.
Cool, sweet. Ant Litton. What if Goku was in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 2 or 3? I think Goku would be better in Part 2. Because I think the adventure aspect would be great. And you could have Goku coming in instead of Stromheim. Just like, you just have like Goku coming in suddenly. Just like with this massive overpower stuff. And honestly, having Goku versus Wamu, that'd be such an epic battle. If you scale Goku's power to Wamu, they both believe in a good fair fight and good battles. So honestly, Goku versus Wamu, best fight ever. And I think Wamu would be really proud of Goku having a good fight. Certainly.
Goku would hate all the dog abuse. Seriously, like I started to.
No, there's no dog abuse in Part 2.
Good. I started to read JoJo and about JoJo to get a little bit educated.
Yeah,
and oh my gosh!
Get past that. And hey, wait until you get to Part 3 with some fetus action. Yeah. Because Polnareff gets turned into a kid, and the lady he's interested in is younger than him, and she's just like a fetus outside. And it's like, what?
Oh,
that was when I was like, yo, JoJo, what the heck?
Masako, I never want you to describe anything as fetus action again.
Hey, it's a funky fetus. Norman Reedus and the funky fetus. Then there's the episode where Abdul and JoJo, and I love the magnetic episode with Joseph and Abdul. Where it's like they're joined at the hip literally, and it makes it look like they're having relations. It's funny.
Reedus is funky fetus.
Why?
It's
People wonder why I don't
slapstick.
watch this show.
Come on. Hey, JoJo is great, and the guys in it look amazing. They're like, oh my, these guys. Hey, I am a cis white guy. I am cis. I'm straight. I'm married. I'm like, they look good. Hey,
It's
good.
funny because it's funny that you praise it because the art style is the biggest thing that turns me off on it. Like it is so much like I do not care for this mangaka's art style.
Oh,
and
is it like the earlier stuff or the later stuff?
I mean, I've looked at hints here and there of just about every little bits here and there of just about every arc. I've never read the full thing, but I'm not into the art style and the fashion and the makeup and stuff like that. Like I know that the mangaka takes a lot of inspiration from like the Italian fashion scene. Yeah. I'm not a fan of all of the it's weird because it's like I can appreciate the DBZ characters even when they're drawn kind of over muscled, but yet like with the JoJo guys, I can't stand the way that their bodies are shaped and how muscled they are.
Oh yeah, no, that's
I'm
fair
not
enough.
a fan of how they draw the characters. It's just weird.
The later parts are a little bit more realistic, but I do see your point in the first 3 parts, definitely. That was very much of Araki's time where he really liked Fist of the North Star. So you can definitely tell a lot of Kenshiro vibes there. So I do see your point. All right, Graham, what if Beerus woke up during the Android saga? He'd have rolled over, trying to find any Super Saiyan gods, look at his clock and say, Super Saiyan gods yet, Whis? No. Okay, I'm going back to bed. Good night. Wake me up when there's a Super Saiyan god. He'd have just looked, asked Whis what was going on, and then he would have rolled over going back to sleep, quite frankly, because there's nothing interesting going on. Pyro Jack Daniel. Not sure if this was ever asked, but what if Vegeta was good to begin with? Kind of like how Tarbell is. Probably, it would probably have been a bit less interesting. You wouldn't have had the Goku-Vegeta fight being as epic or, like, as nerve-wracking as it was. Probably just would have been, like, a little bit more, like, you know, camaraderie. I think you'd have missed a lot of drama in the Saiyan saga. I think it would have been for the worst, if honest. Okay. What if Bulma's mother was a fembot by Saint Fisto? That would explain why Punchy was, doesn't age. So, and Dr. Briefs go, what? My wife was a fembot, which means I'm single again. And then you'd have the Dr. Briefs with the intro from Austin Powers 2. Sorry.
Yeah, baby,
yeah.
God.
Oh man, those movies have not aged well.
They have not. They have not
aged well at all. Like seriously. Craig Twitchell, what if Guinea fused with Cell? Oh wow. Okay.
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
And it's from Craig Twitchell, of course it's from Craig. If Guinea fused with Cell, probably would have like been an interesting twist, but honestly, think to the perfect Cell from the Guinea what if. A lot more fair and respectful.
And more caring for Cell Juniors. They would be very caring.
Yes, definitely. If you think Guinea would have become more intense and stuff, no. I think Cell would have been a bit more empathic and stuff. So actually would have been a lot softer. Frost the White Lion. I hope you enjoyed the drawing of Raditz and Ranch drawn by Sal DVD and my drawing of Guinea on Twitter. And Frost, I definitely did. And I'm glad that Sal DVD did it, because I love his stuff. It's so good. So I thought it was fantastic. And I showed it to Kevin and Courtney, and they loved it. So they loved it too. Okay. Doobie-doobie-doo. Let's see. Next one is Little Helper. Ideas for a story in the Dragon World that doesn't feature the main cast. Stuff with everyday people living on Earth with events in the background. I heard from the Dragon Room back in the day, when they were doing the case of being reincarnated as Yamcha, that they were going to do another side story of the daily life of a Frieza Force soldier. I'd have loved to have seen that. And to be honest, if they don't do it, I will make a manga about it. I will do that. Yeah, Hav and I will just like write this story, like this, you know, short manga, like maybe 40 pages or so, of just a typical Frieza Force worker. Just
from a Pool's race, because there is tons
a
of
Pool's race, and it's like, you know, Bramley. It's a Bramley apple, so you just call him Bramry. Bramry. Honestly, yeah, we'll work on that. So we'll try and fund that as best as we can. Okay, PandaWalk 301. What if Vacation Earth Zamasu? These mortals dare claim that their tea is superior than the gods? Blasphemy! Zero Mortals plans commenced. Yeah, the Vacation Earth Zamasu. The Zero Mortal plans done by the fact that people think that their tea is better than Zamasu's tea. Benjamin 2000. Broke. Superman versus Goku. Woke. Hyperion versus Goku. Bespoke. Samaritan versus Goku. Oh my. Lots of DC references. I get it, because Superman. Yes.
You know, real quick, I want to go back to addressing the tea thing. The truth is that Zamasu would have won if only he'd had the power of Yorkshire Gold.
Of Yorkshire tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd most definitely had the power. He would have been able to win the day if he did have access to the power of Yorkshire tea.
Yes, if he had access to the power of Yorkshire tea, he would have won.
Yes, because Zamasu would have been positively spitting. It's like, yes, Dragon Ball Z is a perfectly balanced show with no exploits.
Dragon Ball Z.
Ball
Oh my god!
Z.
Yes.
You can literally use that as the title of the chapter of the manga where with granola.
Yes, and be able to also demonstrate the power of Ryanu Keeves. Yes.
Ordinarily, you would have to spend multiple days, meaning multiple years, inside of a hyperbolic time chamber in order to get this much power.
We're not going to do that. But of course, here we're not going to do that. Yes.
Instead, we're just going to do little tiny, very, very minuscule little exploit.
No, that's actually.
Oh goodness, the exploits are happening. It's happening faster, folks. It's like
We should make a collab with Spiffing Brit.
yeah. Seriously.
And like, cast him in David Attenborough-esque role of narrating.
To be honest, in Revelation F, if we got Spiffing Brit to do a cameo, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, just having find a character that would be great to fit him in.
Yeah.
I want you guys should do a what if and have it be a what if focused on granola, and then you should cast Spiffing Brit as the dragon.
Oh, it's Torombo.
Yeah, as Torombo.
That's a good one.
One question for you, Granola. Do you like Yorkshire tea? No, I'm more of a coffee guy myself. So you chose death. Okay. All right, Chrome Bison. We're getting sidetracked. Chrome Bison.
Yes,
Suppose the Tuffles never went extinct and Earth was colonized by the Freezer Force earlier with humanity eradicated. What if Bulma was sent to Tuffle before the human culling and she was adopted like Goku? Probably she would have been able to be. She probably would have been adopted. Probably though been like not as intelligent as the average Tuffle, but certainly would have been able to be like competent. But I think Bulma would hate that.
Who suggested that?
Chrome Bison.
Okay. Wow. I like this one.
Okay, I guess Hav's just made a note of it, so maybe we'll do that. Quay Tritchell, what if Resurrection C? Oh, we would have had Silver Cell or something like that, or Bronze Cell and stuff like that. But pretty much that. Heartless Fang, what if Yamcha from Revelation F was possessed by Fenris from Norse legends, making him an actual Wolfman thing? I would like him to be doing some training, but in between seasons 1 and 2, where he is actually refining his powers to be more wolf-like. So, because in Path to Power, he definitely snarls up like a wolfman. In Path to Power, like his animation in that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is until Bulma shows up, and then he goes all awkward. But yeah, we'll definitely take something like that into account for Revelation F. Great Twitchell, what if Hercule was actually as strong as he claims? Well, pretty much Goku would have wanted to fight him, you know, because strong and stuff. Gobi, what if DBZ was like Space Quest? Ooh, Space Quest. Space Quest? Oh, science fiction adventure games. I can't say that I've played them, to be honest, Gobi. So I'm going to have to apologize, but, you know, I'll look into what Space Quest is like, but unfortunately I can't answer it genuinely for you.
It's one of the Sierra ones, right? Like,
I think so. I think so?
Yeah. I think I played one, but like it was so long time ago. Jeez, I'm old.
Hey, I'm older than you. Shut up.
I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gobi. The only disc games that I remember playing is Indianapolis 500. I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've engaged even with a floppy disk. I feel bad. I'm gonna go to a thrift store and find some floppy disks and cry into them. Sorry. On my Acorn computer. Oh, okay. Oh, Roger Wilco, laser janitor from the universe. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Craig Twitcher, what if Hercule actually defeated Cell in the Cell games? If he did, again, probably Goku would have wanted to fight him, and he would have just.
Vegeta would want to fight him.
Yes, he would definitely.
Why, Big Afro Man, too strong. Explain.
Yeah. Logan,
I'm a god character.
It's like,
Damn.
I'm hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
Logan Osloniski. Little Goku gets a golden ticket from Willy Wonka. Oh, yeah. 'Cause I got a golden ticket. I got a golden magic in my eye. That stuff. And all that jazz. Will Revelation F Creamy Galaxtil Derby Loopy Gaming? Can't say that we do. But we are soon in an episode going to have our answer to the Klingons. So, in a future episode. And if you got to pay attention to the name of the species to get the joke. But that's all we're going to say. Pride SCP Saiyans. What if mostly all of the Saiyans survive and help? Well, if they do become reformed and stuff like that, we sort of get a vibe like we do in What If Bardock Convinced the Saiyans. So, you should just watch Bardock. What If Bardock Convinced the Saiyans?
Yep.
And there you go. Okay. Dr. YT152. What if Nail had his potential unleashed by Guru before fighting Frieza? Who's to say that he might have had his potential unlocked already? That's the thing.
I believe he did. That was just a joke in DBZA, remember, guys? That he didn't.
Yeah, that's...
I'm pretty sure he did.
It would make sense, because how could he have a power of 40,000 where all the strongest other Namekians are 10,000? That's like... Yeah, surely that, Guru would have done it as like a courtesy for being his guardian.
Yeah.
You know? It's like... Guru, why didn't you do it? I did it for a laugh. I didn't think actual people would come to destroy us. No, it'd be funny if he actually said that. I raised your potential, no. And then he goes in and then gets decimated. But Guru, how come I am being so weak? My potential. Ah, yes, about that. I never did it. What? Why? Because it was funny.
It's not that funny now.
Now that I think about it, it's not that funny.
Oh, okay, League of Fox. So what if Gohan saved Zangia before Bojack blew her up, and both Gohan and Zangia became a couple after? Imagine how powerful Pan would become. He's 11. Zangia's older than 11. Remember that, guys. Like this was.
I guess we're waiting for a time skip.
Yeah, I think she'd wait for it until he was older. Then maybe. Yep. But yeah, Pan would indeed be. But it depends on whether she'd be called Pan. Whether Zangia would go for the name nomenclature. So there you go. Okay, right, here we go. I think if we are right in thinking, let's see. Right, let's see. I think that's everything, actually. I think we got everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we are good to go. So thank you very much, everybody, for all of your contributions. It very much is appreciated, everybody. So I hope everyone's having a good rest of your week. Our next one should be What If Trunks and I Stayed in the Past Part 5. That's going to be a doozy. I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be good. And next week we will have the What If Ranch Went to the Past finale. So we've got plenty in store for you guys. So until then, everybody, I hope you... Oh, Podo, you said you had a question? If you're quick, Podo, because I've definitely got to go off and do something in a bit. So... Just be quick, would you please, Master Podo? And yes, if it's to do with the space ferret, yes. It very much was related to you. Because Hav wrote that script.
Yeah. That's my little love letter to you, Podo.
Yes. If that was your question, Podo, then that's your answer. Yes, it was a nod to you. All right, that's just what you just gotta wait for Podo's question.
You can clip that now.
Forever. What's that?
I'm saying that to Podo.
Where do you put the line?
That he can clip that forever and show his friends.
Okay. He asked, where do you put the line of what you consider a safe level headcanon for a What If? Outside of an April Fool, probably like Deborah Cell, like Deborah 21.
Yeah.
That's as far as we'd want to go in a regular What If.
you want to make it as feasible as possible while remaining true to the personalities and like the view of the characters that exists within the canon. So
and you don't want to speculate too much. Like, for example, like my favorite example from some time ago, to quickly return to Revelation F. Like, a lot of people were like, "Oh, you are making Pui Pui too strong." There is no definite answer of how strong Pui Pui was. But going by the general idea of, you know, bodies, even the minions being stronger in every Dragon Ball arc, we decided that Pui Pui would be stronger than, let's say, post-Cell Saga Yamcha, because general rule of thumb, you know?
Well, there's also the issue with the fact that Shin makes a big deal about being stronger than Frieza.
Yeah.
Shin makes a big deal about being stronger than Frieza, and we all know how worthless he was in the Buu arc. And Shin actively is afraid for the sake of the Z Fighters in every battle that they have, even when they are clowning on Buu's minions. Or Babadi's minions, sorry. Which leads me to believe that whether it's because of the Majin power-up, or if it's just because, you know, that maybe Zunion, this guy's just a particularly powerful Zunion.
We know that he fought a lot of battles. He says it himself that on Zune he was somewhat of a big deal, you know?
Like the idea being is that you kind of always assume that, like a video game, the further and further you get, the more even just like the Mook-like enemies will be stronger than the previous boss. I always thought that Pui Pui was probably stronger than Frieza had been, because these guys are all supposed to be like beyond the power of the previous sagas. The problem is they're fighting people like Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan, who are just they ignore all of the freaking rules.
At least first 3 forms of Frieza.
Yeah, at least that. At the very least that.
Yeah, at the very least. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
We are going to head off for today. Thank you everybody so much for your contributions. It really does help support the channel. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. So until then, everybody, do take care and stay safe. So have a good rest of your day, everybody, and thank you. Bye.